Okay, Matt. I spaced everything out on my workbench here as best as I could, so you can see. I guess to just let you know, I'm doing this video because in the past, the people that I've built these for, they say that they are capable of figuring it out on their own, but yet they've always come back to me and asked me a ton of questions over, Messenger, trying to explain their situation, and it's way too difficult to try to explain that way. So maybe you have full confidence in yourself, but this is just my way of helping out the best I can, before you just try to do it on your own, kind of thing. So, anyways, so I have these, as you can see, are labeled. Each one of these, there's the two cables, one for the halo, one for the demon eye coming out of it. So the halos are labeled, which means the ones that are not labeled are obviously going to be for the demon eyes. So there's 4 different boxes, 2 here, 2 there. As you can see, the halos go over this way, and they are for the larger boxes. These ones are significantly smaller. You can see large boxes are for the halos. A double check is on the back. It says right there 90 millimeter, because these are 90 millimeter halos installed in the fog lights. Let's see, do these say anything? Oh yeah, right there, RGB demon eyes. So it's actually pretty self-explanatory. So let's just keep discussing the halo circuit first. So come follow back to these boxes, and it says right on these tags, but you can't bypass this. They have to be used, and they are size specific, so that you can't swap these two, and you cannot. I've had my last customer asked a question about because the black and the white are identical, they're the same parts, they're just different colors. You can't mix match them. White has to go to white, black has to go to black. So just keep that in mind when you're installing in your car. So on here, there's a black wire and an orange wire for each of them. The black wire is ground. Hook it anywhere. It can be to the same ground that you hook this to, and I'll get to that. Or it can just be a bolt on the car, somewhere that obviously just goes to, the frame, grounds to the frame kind of thing. So there are so that the halos are done. Let's come back here to, let's just do the fog light, or the demon eyes. So I guess the demon eyes are basically the exact same. And I know I'm being like really, really over explanatory here, but I'm just covering my bases because I don't know what experience you have with with wiring. Maybe you're gonna have somebody do it first for you. Man, I cannot talk today. Sorry, you got to listen to this shit. Anyways, so like I said, demon eyes, halos. The wiring is the same. The only difference is there's no amber wire for the demon eyes, because they don't have the switchback function. They don't do the turn signals. So they have just a black wire. It's a ground wire again. They can be linked together with those. Doesn't matter. You can, ground is ground. It doesn't really matter. So now we get up to the Bluetooth controller. It's you can wire it in however you want to. This is your main power and your main ground for everything, for all of it. But I say that, but these grounds on these boxes are necessary. You have to hook them up. Now, like I said, this is your main, so you can go directly to the battery. You can tap into a fuse. You just pull your power from wherever you want to. Something I like to tell everybody is, if you get power that is a constant 12 volts, at all times, even when the car is off, when the key is turned off, then you have the ability to have your your lights, your halos, or your demon eyes turned on, like at a car show, and then something, people walk past, they can see that, be like, oh cool, whatever. And that way you can have that without having your key turned on. And another reason that that's not a bad idea is because then this always has constant power, and that's not like hard on this. It's designed to basically have power all the time anyways. So, and in the app, so the app is the only way you can control these halos and demon eyes anyways. On the app, it has an on-off switch. So I mean, if you're gonna use them, you're gonna have to use the app anyways to turn them on. So that's why personally I would just have this always have power. That's just what I would do. Doesn't mean you have to do that. I'm just telling you that's what I would do. But so yeah. Now on here you can see that there's this one is to the main power, comes back here. This one is so it's kind of backwards, but so this is main power. That's channel 3, channel 2, channel 1. So there's 3 channels. You're only going to use 2 of them. You can do any 2 that you want. You just know that you're going to have 2 extras laying around, not being used. And I think I covered everything. Yeah, I mean it's honestly, if you've done any wiring before and you're reasonably confident in it, you're not going to have any issues at all. But if you've never done wiring before, I would maybe recommend having somebody just help you out, or watch this video a few times. This obviously this connects. I mean, I know you had these in your car already, so I mean you know how it works. But your regular fog light function, I haven't changed any of that. I haven't touched any of it. So there's going to be no issues with that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that does cover everything. Sorry this video got pretty long, but I've had issues with, like I said, previous customers that claimed they knew what they were doing until it came down to them installing it, and they were on me all day long. And honestly, I can't give a customer an extra 10 hours of my time to try to explain everything. So might sound harsh, but that's not what I'm paid for. I'm paid to build them, not to install them virtually for you. So anyways, like I said, you can ask me questions. I'm not gonna turn you away, but I'm just saying this is just my way of kind of covering my ass in a sense. So yeah, if you have any questions about the video, let me know. I hope it uploads well. I'll probably just put it, well, never mind. Yeah, thanks.